Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what you need to do to prepare for Season 2 of NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 14,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. With that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, Season 1 was a super successful season of MyTEAM, at least for me personally. I really like the way my squad is shaping up my main account. I think it's really, really good. And I definitely like where we're heading going into Season 2. I've already got 330,000 MT ready to go, and we'll probably add some more to that over the next couple of days by just getting some grinding in. There are some things that you definitely want to be focusing on before Season 2 starts. Number one, maximizing your MT stack. And number two, you got to make sure that you complete whatever free rewards or whatever things you may not have completed yet in MyTEAM, things that might help out your squad or whatever the case may be. This is the time to start working on those things. So, for example, all of these agenda players, the summer standouts, the same face, new place, the perfect build players, they will all be expiring at the end of the season. We also have these dailies, rubies, and amethysts that have been dropping this week. I hope y'all are going to complete Steve Francis today, especially if you already have him in your account, in your collection, so that you can maximize your MT. Also, Mari Stoudemire tomorrow, same type of thing. So you can be working on those as well. But these players all expire at the end of the season. These summer standouts players are going to expire. Well, it says 5 days, which technically isn't the end of the season. It's like a little bit after the end of the season, but I thought they expired at the end of the season. Maybe it isn't technically the end of the season, but it says 5 days and 23 hours for all of them. So I do believe it is the end of the season, even though I think the timer's just wrong. The gauntlet does not expire until November 4th, which is nice. I will say that that's a plus. So you can get this Bosch card until then, which is super nice. And that'll help me out on the no money spent account. But any sort of agendas or things you're trying to complete in Season 1 still, now is the time first and foremost that you need to be finishing those things. These summer standouts players, same place new players, new face players, perfect build players, any sort of spotlights and things like that that you haven't done. You got to complete that stuff now. I will say these agendas right here, these Seasons 1 spotlights might be worth locking in, or might be worth completing as well at the end of the season. If you've run out of modes to complete and things to do, now is probably the time to complete these, because these are actually legitimately good rewards that you can get from this. And if you complete the whole group, you get another Hall of Fame badge as well. You can complete these perfect build and legendary path spotlights as well if you want to get these packs and potentially get some of the cards for these sets or whatever the case may be. But for me, if I'm going to be completing anything in the next couple of days, it's going to be these Season 1 spotlights to get this Hall of Fame badge, get all these individual rewards that each player has rewarding you as well, which is really, really nice, including a diamond prize ball, this magic pack, as well as a rebound chaser deluxe pack. So got some good stuff coming in here that I'm going to have to complete in these spotlight challenges. Definitely going to make sure that I knock this out today, or knock these out over the next couple of days before the end of the season. I think these are really, really good value to complete. This Kobe signature challenge I also never did. In the past, these challenges have been really worth doing. This season, I don't think it really was, because all you get is diamond shoe and gold shoe boosts. No Hall of Fame badge or anything. So for me, wouldn't really waste too much time on this. Another mode that I think is worth grinding late in the season if you have time is domination. You get so much MT and so much stuff, especially from all-time domination, but even from current domination. I haven't grinded it personally, and I'm probably not going to. But for a lot of people, if you're looking for something to do in these last couple days of the season, domination is certainly another place that I would go. I do think you got to make sure you're finishing out these modes as well. For example, salary cap. I'm probably not going to complete this third round of salary cap. I could get Antoine Walker, could get Victor Oladipo. I've chosen, I don't think, to get them because I don't think either of them improve my team, and I don't really want to grind out this mode. But there's a good 35,000 MT in salary cap as well that is attainable in this round right now if you're looking for another way to make MT. Obviously, all the other game modes, anything towards Kyrie or Brandon Roy, obviously is going to expire on Friday morning as well when the new season comes out. So if you're trying to get Brandon Roy, if you're trying to get Kyrie, if you're trying to get any of the other Season 1 rewards, make sure that you're taking advantage of those now. If you have any double XP coins left and you haven't gotten Kyrie already, make sure you're using these. Obviously, I have a bajillion double XP coins, but I can't even use them, obviously, because I got level 40 early. But if you have any XP coins and you are not level 40 yet, even if you're not going to get level 40, I would recommend using these at any time that you're playing to make sure that you can maximize your rewards as much as possible. Make sure you're manually collecting your rewards in the Seasons tab, wherever that is. Here we go. If you haven't manually collected these rewards, make sure you're clicking to manually redeem these rewards, because you do have to manually redeem them, which is another thing to keep in mind, as well as another thing that I do want to mention, which is the token market. There were 100 tokens made available in season 1. Make sure you're spending your tokens still in MyTEAM. Use every single last token that you have, even if you got to buy these deluxe badge packs or anything like that. Make sure that you are maximizing these your tokens and using every last one, even if you use the last couple on these badge packs, because they do expire at the end of the season as well. Nothing really carries over into next season in terms of your in-game mode progress, your token progress, stuff like that. Obviously your team and your MTM out and all that stuff does carry over, but a lot of agendas are expiring, all that type of stuff. Clearly there's a lot of stuff that you can still be doing here in MyTEAM right now. For me today, my focus is getting this Ruby Steve Francis. Later on today, when I get on the game to actually play for a little bit, I will be focused on getting this Steve Francis card first and foremost. But then after I get this Steve Francis card, probably going to be focused on trying to get some of those spotlights done today to hopefully maximize my MT count going into season 2. Just trying to maximize my MT. One other thing I will say is consider selling some cards. I understand most cards, a lot of people have locked in most of their cards, so most of their cards are unsellable. I don't recommend doing lock-ins unless it is a card that you truly, really want to get. Like I got Steph and I got Shaq. I'm now realizing, I mean, Shaq is an incredible, obviously top tier card, but now we're going to get a Wilt who's basically going to be Shaq for free. That's why locking in cards is never a great idea, because there's always going to be a better option down the road. Diamond KD was a great lock-in, but we're getting a Diamond Carmelo this week. We're getting a buyable Diamond MJ, Diamond Tim Duncan. Ultimate reward is SGA in season 2. Like, there's a lot of great rewards. I would recommend staying away from the lock-ins unless it's truly just a player that you are incredibly excited about. But if you have any optional players, now would be the time to consider selling them. Like Anthony Davis, I probably will not sell because I will be keeping him on the account. But if it's somebody like, for example, a Scottie Pippen, this is a card that I'm actually considering selling here because his price is only going to continue to drop. I've now locked in for Kawhi as well. While I don't recommend buying and selling players because you lose 60% of your MT, make sure you're selling the stuff that you're not using that's in your collection as well, to make sure you can maximize your MT. Again, all these little things, these franchise things, they quick sell for MT. Badges you might not be using, or shoe boosts you might not be using. You can quick sell all that stuff. You can quick sell players you're not using. All those things, just make sure you're taking advantage of and maximizing the amount of MT that you can possibly get in MyTEAM as much as possible. I do not think y'all will regret that in the slightest if you do. And yeah, so I think that's about all I have to say, though. It's pretty simple. I mean, it sounds very self-explanatory, but it's basically complete everything you haven't completed. That's the most important things to you. Make sure you're maximizing your MT count going into this next season, and be prepared for season 2 content, which is coming out here in just a second. So in just a couple days, I should say. So I'm super excited about season 2. Hope y'all are excited as well. That is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.